Namaste everyone. Welcome back children. Children, as we have picked up our topic clothes, and in our previous video, that is in part 1, we have talked about need and importance of clothes. And then we have talked about different types of clothes, that is clothes which are worn as per the profession of a person or as per the different weather conditions. Clothes that are worn on different occasions, and then we have talked about traditional clothes as well. And today in this video, we'll talk about different types of fibers that are made to use different types of clothes or dress material. And then definitely we'll talk about how to take care of our clothes. So let us take up our topic, clothes part 2. So children, this topic is divided into different parts. Need of clothes, different types of clothes, in which we have clothes for different occasions, clothes as per weather conditions, traditional clothes, and clothes as per the profession. And then we have fibers and fabrics, which are divided into further two parts, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. And then we have how to take care of clothes. And need of clothes and different types of clothes we have already talked about in our part 1. Today in part 2 we'll talk about the fibers and fabrics, natural fibers, synthetic fibers, and how can we take care of our clothes. So let us give a quick revision to the need of clothes. Clothes are also one of our basic needs like food and shelter, and uses of clothes are that they protect us from harsh weather conditions like cold, heat, rain, dust, etc. And they also protect us from insect bites, mosquitoes, flies, etc. And yes, definitely they make us look smart. And now let us move on to the today's topic, that is fibers and fabrics. First of all, fibers. Fibers can be natural or man-made, or we call them synthetic as well. So children, first we'll talk about natural fibers. Fibers obtained from natural sources such as plants and animals are called natural fibers. And examples of natural fibers are cotton, jute, wool and silk. So as you can see here, in category of plant fibers, we have two examples, cotton and jute. And in the category of animal fibers, we have another two examples, wool and silk. Now let us talk about each type of fiber one by one. Cotton fiber is obtained from cotton plant. It is used to make cotton clothes such as sari, shirt, trousers and skirts. And if we talk about jute fiber is obtained from jute plant. It is used to make clothes and other items such as bags, mats and ropes. So children, the stem of jute plant is made to undergo various treatments before it is actually converted into jute fiber, which is then used to make products like bags and mats. Now let us take up the animal fibers. Wool. We get wool from sheep. It is used to make woolen clothes. So as you can see, the wool is obtained from the sheep and then it is converted into yarn, and which is further knitted into sweaters, mufflers, etc. And another animal fiber is the silk. We get silk from silkworm. Silkworm weaves a cocoon around it from which silk fiber is obtained. And as we know that cocoon is formed from the thread-like structure which comes out of the body of the insect. And again, these cocoons are treated in factories to obtain the fiber. It is used to make clothes such as saris, shirts, scarves, etc. And children, you should know that cultivation of silkworm for producing silk is called sericulture. So this was about natural fibers, and now let us take up the artificial fibers, synthetic fibers, or we also call them man-made fibers. Fibers that are not found in nature but are manufactured by human beings are called man-made or synthetic fibers. And examples of synthetic fibers are nylon, polyester, terylene, rayon, etc. These can have properties like they are strong and last long. That means they do not tear off, or their wearing and tearing is very difficult. So they can stay for longer time. Their color does not fade. That means they do not lose their color easily. They can be stretched easily. Yes, these clothes are stretchable. They are waterproof, hence dry easily. Also, the synthetic fiber is waterproof, that it does not absorb water, hence it dries easily. And they are wrinkle free, so that means they do not crush or crumble like natural fibers, and they do not need ironing also, like in case of clothes made up of natural fibers. So children, that was about natural and synthetic fibers. Now let us see how do we obtain fabric from fiber. Raw fiber obtained from cotton, silk, wool, or any synthetic source is twisted to make thread or yarn, and this process is called spinning. So as you can see here, this process is spinning process. Here the raw material, no, cotton, silk, wool, or any synthetic source, it is first twisted to make thread, or we call it yarn, and this process of making thread out of fiber is called spinning. But children, here I want to tell you that this is a very old and traditional method of making thread or yarn. Nowadays, it is done on very heavy sophisticated machines called spinning jennies. The yarn or thread is then interlaced to obtain fabric. This is called weaving. Once we have obtained the thread, now the thread is crisscrossed like this. So you can see here, once the thread is interlaced or crisscrossed like this, you start getting the fabric. And this process is called weaving. Then the fabric can be given required color by dyeing. So fabric is dyed in different colors if required. So now let us move on to the care of clothes. First is washing. Keep clothes free of dirt, stains and sweat by washing with soap or detergent. Then drying. After washing, clothes should be dried properly. Ironing. After drying, the clothes should be ironed to make them wrinkle free. Storing. When not in use, the clothes should be properly folded and stacked. So children, if we really want to take care of our clothes, we should know that what type of fiber it is made up of. You must have seen, washing instructions which are given by different companies when you buy ready-made clothes. So those instructions are very important if you want to increase the life of your cloth. So here we'll talk about how to take care of woolen and silk clothes. Woolen and silk clothes should be washed gently without scrubbing, because we know that these are natural fibers and excessive scrubbing will damage the garment. They can also be dry cleaned. Do not soak them in hot water, as natural fibers are very sensitive to temperature, so you are advised to use cold water for washing. They should be kept in a clean cupboard and should be regularly taken out and kept under the sun. And why should you be doing that? So that if any moisture is absorbed by the cloth, it evaporates once you keep it in the sun. These are easily attacked by insects such as moth and silverfish, because they are being made from animal hair, which in turn is made up of proteins or keratin that act as a good foodstuff for insects. So there are chances that your cotton clothes or woolen clothes or silk clothes, they are eaten up by the insects. So the use of naphthalene balls and dried neem leaves will help keep insects away. So children, with this let us move on to the keywords. First is fibers. Very fine thread-like structures used to make yarn are called fibers. Natural fibers, fibers that are obtained from plants and animals. Synthetic fibers, fibers that are made by human beings. spinning, making thread or yarn from raw fiber. Weaving, method of making clothes by interlacing threads. So children, now let us move on to the recapitulation section. State whether the following statements are true or false. Cotton is a man-made fiber. No, it's false because cotton is a natural fiber obtained from plants. Jute is a natural fiber. That is true. Silk is a synthetic fiber. That is false. It is a natural fiber obtained from animals. Wool is a natural fiber. That is true. Woolen clothes should not be scrubbed. Again, that is true. Naphthalene balls should be used against insects. That is also true. So let us take up the think and answer section. What are natural fibers? What are artificial fibers? And how can we take care of woolen and silk clothes? So all the answers lie in slide numbers given here if you have any doubts. So children, that was all about clothes, and I'll advise you to start taking care of your clothes by picking up few ideas which we have discussed in today's video session. So until next, take care of yourselves.